Hi, my name is Ximo Rosell. I'm a robotics teacher in IES Bernat Guinovart, and welcome to this new video tutorial for the Erasmus Plus project Robintech. In this tutorial, in this video, we are going to be covering how to insert a PLC with using DataPortal, so we can represent automation circuits with PLCs. Okay, what we are going to draw is the schematics of this first station. Okay, we will be using this because this way all we have to do is copy something, so it will make things easier. In this station we have this schematic. We have 4 sensors here and 4 actuators, and here we have 3 more sensors. So we will have 7 sensors in total and 4 actuators. Okay, so if we go back to EPLAN and we try to insert a PLC, by the way, I'm using this project as the basic project. Okay, all I have is a power supply page, the main supply. We will not be drawing the power circuit. We will just focus on the control circuit because that's the point of this video. So far I just have the main supply. I have a power source and a power supply. And if we click here in the insert center tag and we go to symbols and we look for PLC, IEC symbol, electrical engineering, PLC, we find these boxes which represent the inputs, outputs, supply, connections of the PLC. This might not be the easiest way to start, so what I would recommend is that instead of using these symbols, we are gonna be using a real PLC. Okay, so in my case, what I will do is I'm gonna insert this PLC. This Omron PLC is the one we have in the school, so it's the one I'm most familiar with. So we're gonna be inserting this PLC. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this, and then I will go back to EPLAN and I'll click here in the top part EPLAN Cloud, and we're gonna click on DataPortal. This is a library that EPLAN has with a lot of elements, with a lot of components of a lot of brands, okay, a lot of manufacturers. Actually, it has more than 2 million references. Okay, so here when we open this, if when you click here in DataPortal it doesn't open like this, it's because you probably have to log in. Okay, so check that I'm logged in, and here I'm logged in as well, so you might need to log in just to have this screen. Okay, so here in the search bar I'm gonna paste the reference I did before. Okay, so I get this selection, and now we have this screen where it shows me all the references that look similar to the one I enter. Okay, in my case this is the first one. The first one is the one I want, so here I'm gonna click in the arrow and I'm gonna click in import. Okay, I have 0 bytes here because I already have it. You will have here some amount of data. I think it's around 2 megabytes. Okay, and then you click in import, and you'll get here a green tag saying that everything's been imported. In my case, since I already had it imported, I get the blue label. And once it's imported, we'll come here to the IEC center, and we have 2 options. We can click on device, electrical engineering, this might be a component, PLC, general, Omron, and here we have the PLC. The other option you have is, if you don't know the exact route of the device, in this case, you can just paste here the reference, okay? With this might be just enough. And here you will find the same device, okay? So we just drag and drop and we will get this, okay? This is the way PLCs look here in EPLAN, okay? If we press the tab button, we have the different variants of the PLC, okay? So what we are gonna do is here in the supply page, we are gonna enter this drawing, this representation, which is the power supply representation of the PLC, okay? The PLC is drawn in 3 different parts, okay? Being this one, the power supply, these are the digital inputs, and these are the digital outputs, okay? So the first we are gonna enter is this one. So I'm gonna place it here. I'm gonna number it, okay? And EPLAN by default labels it as A1, but if we take a look at the standard, of the IEC standard, we can see that PLCs should be labeled as KE. Okay, so that's what we are gonna do. So I click here, and this will be KE1. Okay, and now all I have to do is connect the power supply. Okay, so in my case, this will be 24 volts, and this will be 0 volts. Okay, so with this, our PLC is connected. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna insert a new page, right click here, new. This will be a schematic multiline, this will be 20, and here I'm gonna place digital inputs. Okay, now since I'm gonna need the power supply, I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it here in the power supply page, just around here. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert the inputs module, the digital input, so you can see digital input. I'm gonna place it here. And once it's inserted, I'm gonna double click on it, and then here in the device tag, I'm gonna pick the PLC, okay, KE1, okay, and okay, and now everything's fine. Okay, now it's time to insert the in the digital inputs. Obviously I have to insert the sensors. Okay, so if I go back to the schematic, I can see that here in the first page I have 4 sensors. We have 2 electrical sensors and 2 magnetic sensors. Okay, so we come here, and here we're gonna click. We'll click in home, and this will be symbols. Okay, so symbols, IEC symbol, electrical engineering, sensor, and we have a light barrier or proximity switch. Okay, so first I'm gonna enter the 2 light barriers, which will be this. No, not this one, this one. Okay, so 1, and following the name it has on the schematics, this will be BG1. Okay, so this will be BG1. Then I'm gonna enter another one. I'm just gonna place it randomly, then I will place them properly. Okay, so this will be BG3. Okay, BG3. Okay, now I already have the two photoelectric sensors, and now I'm gonna insert the proximity switch, which will be this one here, SS and S2. Okay, so one, this will be BG2, and this one will be BG4. Okay, I would have to do the same with the other page, okay, with the sensors in the other page, which are BG1 again. Okay, I'm not gonna place them because this will be too long, so far I will just use 4 sensors, and these sensors I will place them here. Okay, so we go to the input. I want to connect them, so in this case this will be input 0, input 1, input 2, input 3. Okay, so I'm just gonna place them like this. And now all I have to do is to give them the power supply. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this, I will paste it here, so I have all this line. These two, I will change the variant. Okay, so in display, no, in symbol data, this will be variant E. Okay, and now all I have to do is complete the connections. Okay, so this will be 24 volts, 0 volts, 24 volts, 0 volts, 24 volts, 0 volts, 24 volts, 0 volts. Okay, and this way we have all these devices connected. Alright, what we are gonna do next is, if we go back to the schematic, here in the bottom part we can see the function. Okay, so BG1 is the workpiece at the beginning of the conveyor, so we can copy this, and here we double click on it, and in the function text we just copy what we just paste what we copy. Okay, so we click on apply. Okay, so we have the description of this piece. Okay, I could do the same with all of them. BG2, I'm just gonna do a couple of them. So now copy, and here we paste. Okay, okay, so what I would have to do to complete this is draw the rest of the sensors, okay, just the same way. Take into account that I have connected them just the way I've liked. Okay, so this is connected to input 0, this is connected to input 1. Okay, if we were copying or we were representing a real machine, we would have to do a real station, we do have to do the proper way. Okay, and one thing you don't have to forget is that in these digital input blocks there's always a common input. Okay, it can be on the left part or the right part. Okay, depends on the drawing. Okay, in this case it's in the right part. Okay, so never forget to connect this. Okay, so in this case I have PMP sensors. That means the common input we have to be connected to 0 volts. Okay, so I'm gonna connect it to 0 volts. Okay, and that's it. We would be done with the inputs part. Okay, now we insert another page, right click new page, this will be 30, and this is going to be digital output. And we will do exactly the same. First of all, I copy this and I paste it here. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. And now I insert the PLC, and now it's going to be digital output. Oh, okay, I made a mistake. Okay, so digital output. Again, this will be KE1. Okay, and here I'm gonna move this here, okay, because outputs usually go on the bottom part. Let's leave them here. Okay. What digital outputs do I have in my schematic? I have these electroimant coils, okay, and this electrovalve, and then I have this device which is a belt controller. I'm just gonna draw it like a normal coil, okay, to make this easier. So I will have 3 coils, this one, this one, and this one, and this electrovalve, okay. So again, insert center, home. This is going to be symbol, IEC symbol, electrical engineering, coil, and I have this coil for the normal coil. Okay, I will change the name later. And here I should have the, where is it? I can find it. Okay, I can find it, so I'm just gonna place the regular coil for the other things. Okay, okay, my mistake, it's in symbols, IEC symbol, electrical engineering, valve, and here we have this valve. Okay, okay, now, so I have, as I've seen, we have 3, which will be KF1, MB1, and MB2. So this is going to be here. This is going to be KF1. This is going to be KM1. No, MB1. This one wasn't, this one is a KF1, MB1, and I'm going to copy and paste. And finally we'll have this one here, and this one is MB3. MB3. Okay, and in this case this will be PMP output, so the A2 contact of these coils is going to be connected to 0 volts, like this. Okay, and what I'm missing is writing the function. Okay, so in this case, conveyor, the KF1 is the conveyor, so again, function text, conveyor, apply, and that way I will enter the rest of the function. Okay, and all we have to remember, anytime we have digital outputs in a PLC, we have to give them power supply. Okay, so in this case I will have to connect the 24 volts to the positive supply and 0 volts to the negative supply. Okay, and since I don't have any more digital input or output, I should delete this and close this with the angle. Okay? Okay, so with this, we will have a simplified version of the PLC control circuit of this station. Okay? This might be more readable than the other one. Of course, it's not as complete as the other one, but I hope that you could manage to understand this. In following videos, we will see how to insert PLC that are not in the DataPortal database. Okay, so see you in the next video. Bye.